Long before Hgtv's My Lottery Dream Home premiered, viewers watched as Jed Clampett struck oil in classic TV sitcom The Beverly Hillbillies. The first thing he did? Buy a fancy new mansion, of course. The same pattern is usually seen with folks who play the lottery and hit the jackpot. Paris Jackson has never had a normal life. Recognizing this, Hgtv came up with the genius idea to transform this phenomenon into a TV series, launching My Lottery Dream Home in 2015. As the second child of Michael Jackson and Debbie Rowe, she is who my dad is, according to older brother Prince. As host, the network tapped Hgtv veteran David Bromstad to guide lucky lottery winners through the process of finding their ultimate dream homes. As he told Rolling Stone in 2017, his younger sister is just like their late father, in all of her strengths, as well as in, almost all of her weaknesses. And Paris Jackson has never shied away from speaking openly about her struggles. In June 2020, she launched a Facebook Watch series called Unfiltered, Paris Jackson and Gabriel Glenn. The series follows David as he and his instant millionaire clients tour 3 spectacular properties to find them their forever home, notes Hgtv's synopsis. As viewers quickly recognized, Bromstad was ideally suited to shepherd these suddenly wealthy winners through the process. "When it comes to spending $1 million, I'm your man," quipped Bromstad in an Hgtv press release. Episode 2 saw her proclaim, "I have a lot of insecurities. I'm not even close to loving myself," before sharing details on all aspects of her young life, including her numerous troubles. 6 numbers change these winners' lives forever, and I live for taking them on the search of a lifetime to find their dream home. The show clearly resonated with viewers, yet there's a lot that fans may not realize about this Hgtv hit. Keep reading to discover the untold truth of Hgtv's My Lottery Dream Home. Why the first season of Hgtv's My Lottery Dream Home was its most challenging. Launching any new TV series is replete with challenges, yet for Hgtv's My Lottery Dream Home those obstacles were even more daunting, and for a very good reason. People who have just won big bucks in the lottery may not be eager for the kind of attention brought by reality television. This initially made casting the show somewhat tricky. Lottery winners don't really need the exposure and they don't need the money to participate, Mike Krupat of 7 Beyond, the production company that produces the show, explained to MediaWeek. According to Krupat, the series' first season was easily its most difficult when it came to finding people willing to take part in the show. "We reached out to close to 1,000 lottery winners and we got 10 to appear on our first season," he said. Following her father's death in June 2009, Paris revealed, "I gained a lot of weight, and food became an addiction. As the model and musician tried to fight it, she fell into self-harm, and would cut and burn herself, before eventually attempting suicide, many times." Jackson confessed that she hoped sharing her own journey would influence self-acceptance and courage in being comfortable in your own skin. The series also featured Jackson speaking candidly about sexuality, love, and dating, which have led to plenty of ups and downs, too. Let's step inside Paris Jackson's complicated love life. If you or someone you know is having suicidal thoughts, please call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 1-800-273-TALK, 8255, or text HOME to the crisis text line at 741741. Paris Jackson's first love wasn't meant to be. Paris Jackson got her first taste of what it means to be famous and dating at 17, when her relationship with then 18-year-old Chester Castelaw hit the spotlight in 2015. After My Lottery Dream Home was on the air and winners could see what the show was all about, casting became significantly easier. Once other winners saw the show and how it was about wish fulfillment and making people's dreams become a reality, people were more willing to take part, added Krupat. Hgtv's My Lottery Dream Home delivered stellar ratings for Hgtv. Hgtv's My Lottery Dream Home has consistently been a ratings winner for the network. In a 2018 press release, Hgtv boasted that 15.7 million viewers had tuned in for that season, while ratings for subsequent seasons grew even bigger. The 2018 season premiere, in fact, set a new ratings record when 3.3 million total viewers watched. According to Us Weekly, they were first spotted together that March, before going in a relationship. Facebook official. Castelaw, a pro soccer player for California's Real SoCal League, was Jackson's first true love, according to a source cited by The Washington Post, who added that he was, not only her boyfriend but also her best friend and the one person that she confides in with everything.
He even received a stamp of approval from Jackson's cousin and then co-guardian, T.J. Jackson, who told Entertainment Tonight via Us Weekly, "No one's perfect, but he's a good boy. He treats her well. She's happy." Jump to October, when the young couple sparked engagement rumors by Jackson changing her last name to Hgtv'S on Instagram via TMZ. This, HGTV pointed out, was not only the series' highest-rated season premiere to date, it was also the highest-rated episode of My Lottery Dream Home ever. The show's success was no fluke. The 2019 season, claimed a subsequent press release, likewise delivered stellar ratings, with viewership being even higher. But by December, it was all over. Radar Online confirmed the breakup, noting Jackson had changed her name back on Instagram while quoting an insider. Paris broke up with Chester about 3 weeks ago and they are not on speaking terms right now. Although Jackson didn't address the split, she appeared to send out covert messages on Instagram, reminding those who are going through some deep **T right now to stay strong, and posting this Rune Lazuli quote: "Each tear is a poet, a healer, a teacher." Things got steamy between Paris Jackson and Michael Snoddy just a few months after calling it quits with Chester Hgtv'S. Paris Jackson moved on to her next relationship, this time with someone older. In fact, more than 23.2 million total viewers watched the show that year, which was more than ever before. Television ratings only tell part of the story, though. My Lottery Dream Home has also been a strong source of entertainment on other platforms beyond traditional television. As Entertainment Tonight reported, she and Michael Snoddy first got together in March 2016, and by the following month, they celebrated Jackson's 18th birthday with some major PDA. In a since-deleted post, Snoddy, a pro drummer who was 26 at the time, took to Instagram to share a snap of the couple kissing, which he captioned, "Happy birthday to one of the most incredible women I've ever met. So happy we get to celebrate your day together." Meanwhile, Jackson posted her own since-deleted kissing photo, writing, "Best birthday ever, my baby." That September, the pair posed for a steamy photo shoot for Flaunt magazine, which included images of Snoddy biting Jackson's feet while they sat in a bathtub. According to HGTV, in early 2020 the series was the second most streamed show on the network's streaming service, HGTV Go. But then, the relationship became exceptionally similar to Jackson's time with Hgtv'S. Engagement rumors plagued the two after Jackson was spotted wearing a diamond ring on that finger, according to The Mirror, but just like with her previous beau, they didn't make it to the one-year mark. The show also performed well on social media, with the January 3 episode generating more than 270,000 views on HGTV's Facebook, Twitter and Instagram accounts. A couple who appeared on HGTV's My Lottery Dream Home used to watch the show before hitting the jackpot when Brian Cutts and wife Tuck won $200,000 from a scratch-off ticket. They wanted to use the money to buy a new home, and they wanted David Bromstad to help them do it on HGTV's My Lottery Dream Home. In February 2017, Us Weekly confirmed the couple's split, with an insider telling the mag that, once again, Paris ended things. Paris Jackson surprised the world with her Cara Delevingne romance. Paris Jackson appeared to take a break from dating, at least in the spotlight, following her 2017 split from Michael Snoddy. It wasn't until a year later that she took the world by surprise while being publicly tied to a new flame, model-actress Cara Delevingne. According to The Sun, Delevingne and Jackson became close during Christmas 2017, after meeting at the MTV Movie Awards that May. "My wife and I had always watched that show before we won the scratch ticket," Brian Cutts shared with the Herald-Net of Everett, Washington. "I used to joke we'd have David find us a house if we ever won." When he reached out to producers, Cutts received a quick response. While they never confirmed their relationship, Delevingne did invite Jackson to be her guest of honor for her Burberry x Cara holiday bash. They were later spotted holding hands in London in February 2018, and the following month, Jackson uploaded a goofy snap of her rumored girlfriend to Instagram, which she captioned, "ART." The Daily Mail also shared photos of them smooching while out to dinner with Jackson's godfather, Macaulay Culkin. A then 20-year-old Jackson only revealed details of their union that June, when a tabloid story alleged she was dating Delevingne, Ashley Benson, and Caroline D'Amour at the same time. A few months later, the Cuttses received a visit from Bromstad, camera crew in tow.
While $200,000 isn't that much to work with, Bromstad was able to help lead the couple to their Victorian-style, forever home, on Washington's picturesque Whidbey Island. Cutts said he found the long days of filming to be grueling, and revealed he got a crash course in some of the more unreal aspects of reality TV. Setting the record straight on Twitter, she wrote, "I've never met Miss Benzo. Caroline is one of my bestest friends who is straight and married and also the mother of my godchild." According to the newspaper, Cutts admitted he wasn't prepared for the number of times he had to walk into the same room and look surprised. David Bromstad revealed the process a lottery winner goes through on Hgtv's My Lottery Dream Home. What viewers of Hgtv's My Lottery Dream Home see on the screen is only part of what takes place. Cara and I were never officially exclusive, you guys made that up. Still, when Delevingne and Benson began dating that August, Jackson appeared to fire off on Twitter, writing via Yahoo News, "Welp. She makes you happy so." In an interview with TV Insider, David Bromstad described the process a lottery winner goes through during the course of an episode, from his perspective. "Whatever makes you happy." Paris Jackson's hesitant to label her sexuality. Paris Jackson hasn't shied away from openly talking about her sexuality, starting with her 2017 Rolling Stone cover story. Revealing the perks of growing up in a very open-minded house, she recalled, "I was 8 years old, in love with this female on the cover of a magazine. Instead of yelling at me, like most homophobic parents, my dad was making fun of me. Like, 'Oh, you got yourself a girlfriend.' So when Digital Pride sent out a tweet in 2018 that read, 'Welcome to the community, hun,' Jackson fired back, 'How many times have I publicly referred to the community as my fellow LGBTQ+?' When he first meets the winners, Bromstad explained, he, kind of, knows the bare bones of their backstory but tries not to learn much more ahead of time because, I like to keep it really fresh. After the winners tell him what they're looking for and how much money they've won, Bromstad spends some time with them, when cameras are off. It's then," he added, "when I really get into the nitty-gritty of what they want, where they want to be, what I can look for, what I can't. We can only put so much on TV." In terms of how much advice he gives, Bromstad says that varies from person to person. "I've been a part of the community for years." She also took to her Instagram stories via ABC News to clarify that she actually came out when she was 14, and to emphasize her dislike of labels. "I give them as much as they want to hear," he said, noting that some people tell him, "Please give me information, I want everything you can." Not all of the lottery winners on Hgtv's My Lottery Dream Home want extravagance. The big lure for viewers of Hgtv's My Lottery Dream Home is the spectacle of watching average folks who've just won a windfall take off on a real estate shopping spree in search of an opulent, over-the-top new home. However, as fans of the show are well aware, that doesn't always prove to be the case. "I'm not bisexual," she added. "It all depends on how much money they've just won," host David Bromstad told the New York Post. "I just love people for people. Some people are living paycheck to paycheck and they're pretty smart, like, wow, I'm 35 years old and I've just won $1 million. It's going to change my life for the moment but I've got to be smart about it." Just as there's no one particular type of home that lottery winners are looking for, nor is there one specific type of lottery winner. "They're younger, they're older," Bromstad explained. "We had a gentleman who won $4 million who was in his late 20s and wanted to be a landlord. Older couples are frequently looking for a retirement home for the rest of their days. It really runs the gamut." Host David Bromstad revealed the weirdest request on Hgtv's My Lottery Dream Home. Hgtv's My Lottery Dream Home host David Bromstad considers himself a sounding board and advisor to the people he guides through the show. "I don't label myself, so please don't label me. It's always nice to have someone who's not really part of their lives, an outside source, to come in without any great emotions while listening to what they're looking for in a home," he told the New York Post of his role on the show. While Bromstad does his best to offer wise counsel, sometimes he finds himself working with someone who's looking for something a bit on the bonkers side. Thank you. In June 2020, Jackson spoke on the topic again in an episode of Unfiltered. Paris Jackson and Gabriel Glenn. "I say I'm gay, 'cause yeah, I guess I am but."
Asked to pin down the weirdest item he's encountered on a winner's wish list, Bromstad told AOL, "The most bizarre was a guy who wanted a lot of bathrooms in the Hamptons. You know, we're in the Hamptons, so we want lots of bathrooms." The most surprising thing Bromstad has learned from fulfilling winners' requests is how many of them look for homes near family members. That is 100% the biggest thing, he divulged. I wouldn't consider myself bisexual, because I've dated more than just men and women. She continued, it has nothing to do with what's in your pants. A house could be in the middle of nowhere, and they always stay close to family. That was something that really surprised me. It's all about family. Hgtv's My Lottery Dream Home isn't the first show David Bromstad has hosted. David Bromstad's path to hosting Hgtv's My Lottery Dream Home was far from typical. It has nothing to do with what your XY chromosome makeup is, it's literally just what are you like as a person. Gabrielle Glenn gave Paris Jackson the courage she needed given her family legacy. It's no surprise that Paris Jackson has an affinity for music. What is surprising is that she was scared to share it with the world. Until she met Gabrielle Glenn, that is. As the network's longtime viewers will recall, Bromstad first came to HGTV as a contestant on the first season of Design Star in 2006, competing against other hopefuls for the opportunity to host an HGTV show. Bromstad was the show's first ever winner, which led him to be hired to host HGTV's Color Splash. As Bromstad's IMDb page details, that gig led to more hosting jobs with HGTV. Around 2018, Jackson walked into Hollywood's Rainbow Bar and Grill, where Glenn had been playing with his band, the Trash Dogs, for about a year. Recalling their first encounter on Unfiltered, Paris Jackson and Gabrielle Glenn, Jackson said, Gabe had a Motley Crue t-shirt on and an Ohm necklace. Next up were a couple of specials, HGTV Dream Home 2007 and The Ultimate Color Guide, along with an appearance on HGTV Showdown. I'm like. Then he was tapped to host the short-lived Bang for Your Buck, which ran for just one season, before hosting HGTV miniseries Beach Flip. When the opportunity arose to host My Lottery Dream Home, Bromstad had become a seasoned HGTV veteran with several years of experience in front of the camera. Wow. The attraction was mutual. Whenever people call me a star, I think it's weird, Bromstad admitted in an interview with HGTV. I go, no, I'm just a person with a cool job. David Bromstad may be the host of HGTV's My Lottery Dream Home, but he doesn't play the lottery after meeting all those winners on HGTV's My Lottery Dream Home. Surely David Bromstad must be tempted to pick up the occasional ticket himself in hopes of hitting the jackpot. No, I do not play the lottery because I've already won the lottery, he told The Wrap, explaining that HGTV's competition series Design Star was My Lottery. In fact, Bromstad admitted he's generally not a very lucky person. He told the publication, it's hard for me to spend $30 on a scratcher, or $20, or even $10 on a few scratchers. We went from the Rainbow to an afterparty and that's where I saw her playing an unplugged guitar, Glenn revealed. I'd rather buy canoes. However, that's not to say Bromstad hasn't been tempted, which was the case when the Powerball's potential jackpot rose to nearly $1.6 billion. As he told AOL, he found himself in the middle of nowhere filming when it was going on, so I figured I might as well buy a ticket at every gas station I went to. I bought $100 worth of tickets. Asked what he would have done had he won the $1.6 billion, he quipped, I would have dropped the mic and said, peace out, B********************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************* over again. One homeowner contacted by Hgtv's My Lottery Dream Home thought it was a prank. A realtor who helped Hgtv's My Lottery Dream Home pair some lottery winners with their dream homes revealed that when Hgtv contacted the owner of a Syracuse, New York house the winners were looking at during their home search, the seller actually thought it was a joke. Realtor Erica Laquadara told Utica radio station Big Frog 104. It felt very intimate, and I knew that I was walking towards a head over heel fall. But their attraction wasn't just physical. Glenn also inspired Jackson to unleash her creative potential. But they showed up. Ultimately, said Laquadara, the home was sold, but not to the lottery winners, who decided to instead buy another home in the area. Guiding these newly wealthy folks to the right home is no easy feat, as Bromstad explained to AOL. It's hard to fulfill because they're still starry-eyed about winning millions of dollars, Bromstad admitted. When it comes down to style and location, though, it's hard to get what they like or what they want out of them. The trick, added Bromstad, is to get the most possible information out of them as I can.
He continued, saying, "That's probably the hardest part, honestly, is trying to figure out their style and showing them things that keep us viewer conscious." Hgtv's My Lottery Dream Home's biggest winner hit a $180 million jackpot. There may be some Hgtv shows you totally forgot about, but Hgtv's My Lottery Dream Home is memorable, especially that pilot. I started writing around 13 when I bought myself a guitar, but I didn't really start sharing it or recording it until I met Gabriel," she told Remix in March 2020 via People. The lottery winners who appeared in the show's debut episode, Rick and Lori Knudsen, had won more money than anyone who'd ever appeared on the show, a whopping $180 million. According to The Wall Street Journal, host David Bromstad ultimately steered the Knudsens to a not-then-completed home listed for a relatively modest $5.8 million. Calling him, "my muse," Jackson added, "I owe a lot to him." They've since formed their own folk band, the Soundflowers, and are pushing each other to be better every day. "Paris is the jigsaw piece that completes me as an artist," Glenn told Remix. "She creates so naturally and honestly, it inspires me to be a better songwriter." Paris Jackson moved into Gabriel Glenn's van after a week of dating. Paris Jackson may have an estimated net worth of $100 million, but she was willing to give up all of life's luxuries to spend more time with Gabriel Glenn. "Probably one of the first things I told her was that I lived in a van with my dog," he explained on Unfiltered. Paris Jackson and Gabriel Glenn, with Jackson admitting, "Within a week, I was living in his van." Jackson was aware that things were moving exceptionally fast, however, and Glenn remembered how, "She kept saying to me, 'You know, when you get sick of me, just tell me to go, and I'll go.' But that never happened." As for the part of the home that was constructed, it was not too shabby. Features reportedly included a 17-seat movie theater and garage fit for a car collector. Meanwhile, the Knudsens ponied up millions more for an adjacent property, a 155-acre buffalo ranch. The Wall Street Journal estimated that the couple spent about $11.5 million of their $180 million windfall on the properties, and the following year bought homes for each of their 5 children. "They bought a mountain," joked Bromstad to the Los Angeles Times. "The home was magical, very chic. It looked like a ski lodge, breathtaking. But as big as it was very cozy." One homeowner had a heartwarming reaction to his home being featured on Hgtv's My Lottery Dream Home. A 2019 episode of Hgtv's My Lottery Dream Home focused on a man named Michael, who won $100,000 from a scratch-off ticket, and then 5 weeks later won $750,000 on the lotto. With that kind of luck, it was a no-brainer that the show's producers immediately put Michael on speed dial. As North Carolina's WCNC reported, Michael used some of his winnings to help his daughter buy a home before picking up a nearby townhouse for himself. "I just ended up telling her that I didn't want her to leave," he continued. "I wanted to spend every day with her." Opening up about the headline-making decision, Jackson assured, "I didn't have any problem with it whatsoever. I was happy during that time." In fact, she revealed that her father's career meant she grew up nomadically, saying, "We were always on the move. Couch surfing, hotel hopping, always traveling." Her cousin and former guardian, T.J. Jackson, also offered an explanation for the seemingly surprising move, noting it wasn't just about love. "When you grow up to be a Jackson, there's a curiosity to what normal life is like or to what struggle is like." His goal was to find a place near his daughter's new home so he could be close to his grandson. The townhome's seller, Joe Roy of Meeting Street Homes, told WCNC that when the producers of My Lottery Dream Home reached out to him about having one of his homes featured on the show, he was happy to be a part of it. "And she just wanted to really experience life without pillows and stuff around her." Paris Jackson never thought she'd end up with a man opening up about her sexual identity on Unfiltered. Paris Jackson and Gabriel Glenn. Paris Jackson recalled feeling an attraction to women early on in her childhood, but admitted she didn't know that it was a thing, and was a little conflicted about it. Although her dad caught on pretty quick, and was totally supportive, when she lost him in 2009, she felt forced back into the closet. "When he passed, I moved in with my grandmother, who's a Jehovah's Witness, and homosexuality in general is very taboo in the black community," Jackson explained. "We are big fans of Hgtv, so it was an honor to get a call from the show," Roy said. "We are also very pleased with our townhomes, and wouldn't miss the chance to give a tour to a national audience." Here's how much the average lottery winner is prepared to spend on Hgtv's My Lottery Dream Home. The lottery winners on Hgtv's My Lottery Dream Home really do run the gamut, from 6-digit scratch-off winners to the show's most amazing win, the couple who banked a $180 million jackpot. so that, on top of the religious aspect, it was something that I did feel like I needed to withhold for a while. After years of hiding, she spoke her truth. The first time I came out to a family member, they didn't believe me, the model musician revealed, and allowed herself to love anyone she wanted. Even so, as Jackson so bluntly put it, I never thought I'd end up with a dude. With so much disparity in the amount of money won by the people who appear on the show, this puts series host David Bromstad to the test as he tries to locate ideal homes for a wide range of winners. Thought I'd end up marrying a chick. She explained, I've dated more women than men. The public only knows about 3 long-term relationships that I've been in and they've been with men. The public doesn't know about most of the relationships I've been in. Gabrielle Glenn seems to have changed all that. Is Gabrielle Glenn helping Paris Jackson turn her life around? Paris Jackson hasn't had it easy. This can range from price as no object opulence to bargain deals. The average winner who appears on My Lottery Dream Home, explained Bromstad in an interview with TV Insider, will wind up with about $1 million, so they're looking for houses that are appropriate for their win. According to Bromstad, these winners usually don't spend all their winnings on a home, typically because they'll use some money to pay off debts and gain financial stability. Most of them, he revealed, are also first-time homeowners. They are living in condos, or renting a home, said Bromstad. Speaking with Rolling Stone, she admitted that she was battling depression and drug addiction by age 15, and in 2013, tried to take her own life. So they're paying off debts and then moving forward. As she explained, it was just self-hatred, low self-esteem, thinking that I couldn't do anything right, not thinking I was worthy of living anymore. After attempting suicide multiple times, the model musician sought treatment and seemed to turn things around. To me, winning $1 million just elevates your plans 10 years. Why one lottery winner had a blast on Hgtv's My Lottery Dream Home. Among the many winners to appear on Hgtv's My Lottery Dream Home was Anthony Colligan of Louisiana, who won $2 million through his state Powerball lottery. As Colligan told the Acadiana Advocate, filming his episode entailed spending Mardi Gras weekend with host David Bromstad while looking for a new home in the Lafayette area. I tell you, we laughed and cut up and had so much fun, Colligan told the newspaper of the affable Hgtv host. But in March 2019, TMZ reported that she had been hospitalized following another suicide attempt. I didn't know he was like that. According to sources, the heartbreaking move was reportedly a response to the sexual abuse allegations made against her father in the documentary Leaving Neverland. Thankfully, she had Gabrielle Glenn to lean on, and since entering Jackson's life, he has definitely scaled back the wild times, per a source cited by Radar Online, in order to be a worthy role model for his love. I did not know. He's also inspired her to embrace the healing power of music. The dark parts of my mind are usually what help me write the songs I end up liking, Jackson told Remix via People, noting that she finally had the courage to get the darkness out and onto paper. I just started laughing and couldn't stop. During their time together, Colligan and Bromstad took in a Mardi Gras parade and even went on a swamp tour, while the newly minted millionaire also taught Bromstad the proper way to peel and eat boiled crawfish. More importantly, however, he understood her. I feel like we're the same level of damaged, she confessed on Unfiltered, Paris Jackson and Gabrielle Glenn. Gabe understands the pain I've gone through in my life and he's helped me realize this is what I was born to do. This was my first time hanging out with a celebrity, and it was a blast, Colligan said, admitting that spending time with Bromstad also proved to be good therapy for him. Because winning the lottery didn't change me, he explained, but it changed the people around me. The host of Hgtv's My Lottery Dream Home has some advice for lottery winners. Hgtv's My Lottery Dream Home host David Bromstad has advised lottery winners over the course of several seasons, and he revealed the most important piece of advice he shares with people who've just come into a lot of money. Having $1 million is not going to sustain you, he told the Los Angeles Times. It's just going to progress you.
He pointed to the example of someone who had appeared on the show after winning a $4 million jackpot, spending $350,000 on a home even though they could have easily run out and bought $1 million house. He continued, saying, they understood that money is about investment. According to Bromstad, his role on the show transcends real estate and home design. They're bringing me in because they're stuck, Bromstad explained. It's just the overwhelming amount of choices they now have. I tell them to take a breath and make this decision correctly and have good time with it. I treat them like a friend. We have the best time ever. It's a love fest.